Pythagoras theorem can only be applied to right-angled triangles. So, Pythagoras theorem states that the sum of the squares of the two short sides of a right triangle is equal to the square of the longer side, known as the hypotenuse. So if we have our diagram like this, and our right angle is in the corner, then the lengths of these two sides, A and B, the square of both of those added together is equal to the square of C. And that is illustrated by the formula A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So basically, the square of the short sides is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So the sum of the squares of the short side is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So we'll take a look at some examples. So example number 1 tells us if the length of the two short sides of a right triangle are 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters respectively, what is the length of the other side? So obviously triangle has 3 sides, and if we have two short sides of length 3 and 4, then we are looking for the hypotenuse. So the first thing we will do is let A equal 3 centimeters and B equal to 4 centimeters. So using the formula C squared equal A squared plus B squared, we just switch it around from above and then we substitute. So we have 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is equal to 9 plus 16, and 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So C squared is equal to 25, but our objective is to find out what the length of C is. So if we square root 25, we will get an answer of 5 centimeters. A second example is if the length of the hypotenuse now is 10 millimeters and the length of a short side is 6 millimeters, was the length of the remaining side. So we know that the hypotenuse, which is opposite the right angle triangle, is C. So automatically we will let C equal 10 millimeters, and we could either let A or B equal to 6 millimeters. So we'll let A equal 6 millimeters and C equal to 10 millimeters. Using back the same formula again, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So we plug in, so we replace C with 10, so we have 10 squared is equal to 6 squared plus B squared. 10 squared is equal to 100, 6 squared is equal to 36, and we are solving for B. So we bring the 36 over to the left, which becomes 100 subtract 36, which is equal to B squared. And the objective is to find out what B is. So 100 minus 36 is equal to 64, and we're trying to find B. So the 64 we have to square root, as we did in example number 1, and the square root of 64 is equal to 8 millimeters.